is another day that we would like to show our dear viewers, followers, us how we can service the poshomill. The poshomill service. This particular poshomill is almost 30 years. 4 years to be 30 years. It is 26 years in operation. And we shall now see how we can service it and how it operates and why it has operated for all that time, yet it operates on a daily basis. So it is Mama Rosie's poshomill. Welcome. Well, this is the poshomill. We have the engine and we have the mill. This is the mill fan and this is the engine. The engine was supplied by Marina Machineries Limited, Kisumu, and it has operated for quite some time. Well, we shall look at the services of the engine and the services of the mill. One, every week we have weekly services that it has to be in order to operate well. This is the breather. This breather has to be cleaned. Let me open it. It has to be cleaned every week. Every week. This is the air cleaner. It has to be cleaned every week, each and every week. And after cleaning, we do this, we clean, we remove all the dust. We have the posho dust here. We remove it. Here's the component. We have to clean it thoroughly well. After cleaning it thoroughly well, we have to clean this one. Clean it very well. After cleaning, we have to look. The component, the down component has to be with oil so that the dust doesn't enter the engine. It doesn't make its way to the chambers. Then it is recharged and fixed well. This is the engine services. This one has to be done on a weekly basis. When there is there is a fuel filter, it has to be cleaned according to the operation of the engine. It depends on how long or the load, because at times you can be grinding 30 bags a day. It depends on the hours that you are operating. When we have oil, this is the dipstick. The dipstick you have to clean the dipstick. You clean the dipstick and see. This one is a daily activity. You must, every day before you start the engine, you have to look at the oil. On this dipstick, there is a mark. There is the lower part and the upper part. So the oil has to be up. On the mark, the upper part. If it is so, then you are good to operate it. We shall look at the mill. Now it's time to look at the mill and see how the mill works. Well, The operation is like this. When you put here, the maize is put on this component here. You open. When you open, the maize goes in. I will demonstrate it. After that, you close. It comes right to the mill itself. The mill itself rotates at a very supersonic speed so that it hits the maize on this component till it becomes flat. You can see how the mill rotates. It rotates like that. That's the rotation of the mill. Okay, so the mail goes and goes, but this is just demonstrating how it runs. If you open it, if you put on the engine, it will go at a supersonic speed. So one service that is done on this is to open these particular bars. When after some times they become blunt, so you have to remove, then turn. After some times you will replace it completely. You will replace these components completely. There are nuts here. You open. There are so many. This line, another line. There are 4 lines. 1, 2, 3 each, and each has 2 of these. So they are the ones that hit maize on the upper part of the engine, of the mill. And downwards we have a sieve that sieves the unga or the flour. Then the flour falls on the floor of this particular component. It is pumped through this duct. Here we have a cyclone pump. It pumps the whole thing up this way to this one. Then the unga comes down. How does the unga come down? It is pumped by air. The air enters on the other part of the mill, down to this cyclone. Then it comes this way. It is sucked and pumped upwards. So you get your unga from that point. I will demonstrate in a short while. So we should have to do this. We have to close our mill, then demonstrate. But there is also a yearly service that I have to show you, because the engine shakes this whole component. So we have nuts here. After every 6 months, you have to tighten these particular nuts. You have to tighten them and make sure that they are okay. Well, there is one more service that is done, and that's also according to how the load, or how much bags you grind per month, or per particular time. You may do it even weekly, you may do it monthly, but in some cases you do weekly. This is greasing. It's known as a grease can. This grease can, you enter it on this part of the and it has entered. Then you pump grease in this particular bearing. It has two bearings, one on the left and this on the right, that holds this particular component. So you have to grease it regularly according to your load. how much you grind per day or per month. So that's my view, that's the service that is required. And the reason why I'm telling you this particular poshomill is so old. It is a 26-old poshomill. It has survived for 26 years. Whatever is remaining here now is demonstrating how this particular machine works. Let me tighten. You have to make sure that you tighten this with a spanner. You have to tighten it so well. Well, now we shall demonstrate. It's 2 kg of maize, and we shall also see how much time we use in grinding this particular 2 kg. The reason being that this particular engine is an 8 horsepower engine, and it has to grind 3 bags per hour. So we have to check after 26 years, has the power gone down? Is it the same? Of course, I don't think it can improve, but we have to verify and see where it is now. Is it down halfway, or it is still, it has the same capacity that it had. So let us now demonstrate and see how it is.